Hello.
Hi.
How you doing today?
Doing good.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let me give you.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Joey. It's Maria.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, guys, we're back out here at Lake Mead early this morning here to give a Lake Mead water update and shoreline survey, see if there's anything new that's been going on out here. And we're going to head on down to the shoreline over here and get this water report started. So let's head on down here to the shoreline, have a look at the water and see what's going on. As you guys can see, it's just wide open out here today. Not one boat. Well, there's a couple of boats. You can see the trucks are out here, so there's a few boats out here, but other than that, the ramps are wide open, lanes 1 and 2. It's still strange to see that they've got these signs up saying launch at your own risk, low water levels. I mean, we're clearly up 20 feet, so that low water level, I don't see it being a problem anymore, being that this corrugated concrete ramp, when we were down 20 feet from last year, all of this stuff here was fully exposed and it was actually mud, and they had to put that metal wafer board in there to try to extend the ramp. But as you can see, the water's come all the way up. Look, the concrete ramp can be used again, so we shouldn't have any problems with water. So check this out, guys. We have these cones and these signs out here saying danger, launch at your own risk, low water level. And it's kind of weird to think we're up 20 feet. How could there be low water level? Just take a look down here and explain why the sign is out here. So if you could take a look, guys, this corrugated launch ramp here that's made out of concrete, this stuff right here, when we were down 20 feet in water, it used to be way back here, and then this was all mud. And they had to actually put metal wafer board to extend the ramp so that the boats could actually get out into deeper water. But now the water has come in so much. Yeah, guys, so take a look. This right here is probably about a ½ an inch, probably about 6 inches, probably about 12 inches, 2 feet. Yeah, so clearly you cannot launch your boat anywhere in this area right here. You'd have to come all the way out to the very end. That would make it very difficult because your truck or ramp would have to be backed almost clear way back out. I can see why they say that now, because normally this would be very, very deep. I'm not sure that the water is deep enough here to actually float your boat away, because it's only about 1.5 feet, halfway here. And we're probably looking at less than 3 feet right here. Yeah, it's about 3 feet. And then if we get to the end of the ramp, look at that. If you look down there, you could still see the concrete corrugated ramp is still going deep out into the water out there. So a lot of water has come in, and maybe these platforms are going to need to be pushed out a little bit further here so that the boats can launch. Can a boat be floated off of its trailer in 3-4 feet of water? I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can comment down below and tell me. All right, guys, so Maria and I, we're going to head over to the old boat harbor and take a look over there, because that's where the water really made a big impact. All that water came in and filled up the harbor, and then as it dipped down, it actually split the harbor and ponded it again. And that's where we find all of our unique treasures. If there's anything to discover, it'll be over at the old boat harbor. So let's head over there. So I was just talking to these gentlemen over here that are about to launch their boat in the water, and I asked them, just how many feet of water do you need to actually get the boat to float off of the trailer? And basically he just told me as long as the wheel is covered with water, that's enough for him to launch his boat. But he's got more of a flat bottom boat. If you have more of a V bottom, you might need more water, but the flatter it is, the easier it is for him to get off. So he needs like 3 feet, that's it. All right, so here's the old boat harbor, and you can see the ponded action happening all over again. But we're gonna go and take a look and see just how far back it's gone to the choke point here, right in between the channel. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk along the shoreline here of this old boat harbor, and we wanna get down to the channel and see just how far the separation of water from this body to the lake, how much distance it's gapped already in the little recession of 2 feet of water. I don't know if you guys ever recalled watching some of my older videos where these buoys here were actually laying flat down in the desert, and you could just see where it said no boats, and we're like, obviously, because it was just full of desert. Now take a look, they're actually uprighting again because of the water. Can you guys see the steps, what I'm talking about? Like there's one water cut, water cut, water cut, and then the next water cut. It's really crazy, just the steps. It follows almost like a clock. You can just see the clockwork of it happening. All right, so we've come to the choke point or the break point of the channel. This is gonna give you a really good perspective as to how the water used to lay in here. So remember, like we were telling you, this was the old boat harbor. Now, if you look way up on top of that mountain up there, that is where the water, where it gets really dark and gets really light, that is where the water actually went all the way up. Now, on the other side of that rock is the pump house that we've gone out to before. And they used to suck the water up from the base of this up into the pump house and then run that to Las Vegas, right? And you can clearly see all of the terracing here, these little gradient lines. You could see it go all the way up through this channel. So the water was way up there, man. We're talking about 80 to 100 feet of water way up that way. So there's only 50 yards of distance or land separating this body of water here with actual Lake Mead, which is there. So as you guys can see, all of these structures that were way up back on the hill, at one point it was like way back on the hill, the water's already come back and started to consume all of these discoveries that were out here on the shoreline last summer. What's strange is these foundations here, I don't know if they're like anchor posts for like navigation buoys, but you can see them, they're all along this current shoreline. They're all right along it, like 1, 2, there's 3, there's 4, the 5th one is down there, there's one over there, there's 6. So they're actually curving to the natural formation of this current water line, which is very strange. And Maria was just pointing out right here that at the very tip of that right there, you could see jutting out that white piece. That's going to be the old Las Vegas pickup for the water supply. We used to be able to stand out at the end of the peninsula and look straight up and actually see the entire platform, but we can't even get out there right now because the water has pushed the shoreline all the way back in, and we can barely even get a viewpoint of that. All right, guys, so the current water level today at Lake Mead is 1,064.84 feet. And we are up 21.55 feet from 1 year ago. The change index shows that we have 8 days of water that are in the green on the way up and 6 days that were in the red. The average flow of water coming into Lake Mead today, guys, is 9,120 cubic feet coming in, and the average outflow is 8,348 cubic feet coming out. And that is the Lake Mead water update for the day. Oh, I see something unique hiding in the bushes over there. Looks like another boat. Let's go take a look. Tire monument. And right behind here hides the pump house and the intake pipes that run up to the old pump house. But we want to get down to this guy over here. I do recall many people coming out here, and this boat was way up on the shoreline last summer. This ground right here is very, very soft, man. As I'm walking, my foot is actually sinking in a good 1.5 inches here. So this ground is heavily saturated. So the water was actually high enough to actually flow over that boat and come all the way back here. And evidence of that is going to be the terracing right here. And like I said, if you walk anywhere in there, you're just going to sink. So the saturation of the water has already made this very difficult to walk on. You see all these coyote prints, and yeah, this ground is just flooded with coyote prints all through here. Watch your footing, hon. Can you feel your foot sinking? Oh, we are sinking. All right, guys, so there's the boat. And based on how far I'm sinking down into it, this thing was covered completely with water. So the lake took it, and then it looks like it just came back and undid it. And here we are sitting right at the edge of the boat. So the water is actually slapping the hull and getting inside of it. From where we were, Maria pointed out that from way back where the cove entrance goes in, but we walked all the way around this jetty out here, and here you can actually see the platform here for the old Henderson Las Vegas water pickup. And if you just pan right over to the left right here, there's the Las Vegas water pickup and the old pump house right up at the top. You know, guys, there's nothing that can show you. I showed you those little baby terracing of what it looked like to just lose 2 feet of water over the course of a couple months. Take a look at this bottom of the pump house. Now take a look at these terracings. This terracing here is, take a look at how humongous the water cut is from here to the next water cut. Look at this. This is just a slope. It's not even like a cut and then another few feet and then a cut and a cut. This right here shows you evidence that the water loss here was immense, man. Hundreds of millions of gallons of water per day had to have flowed out of here in order for you to get a cut like that to this cut, that cut to this cut, right? And then you got this cut and there's no evidence of the next cut. That's probably the humongous drop from 2020 on downwards. Everything that you see here. And as you can see here, guys, we're at the base of one of these mega cuts right here, and the pipe that runs up to the old pump house, it goes through this cut, runs up through there, and here's the pipe right here that runs straight on down to the pickups, which are down here. And I've shown this to you guys before, you know, and you've actually seen this image in a lot of people's photography because it's really a popular image. This is where all the water was actually picked up. And there was the filtration screen that prevents rocks and stuff from clogging. So water, you know, comes out both ends of this right here. Water comes through there. You can see the little screens. And this thing was bolted in between these guys here to pick up the water and shoot it right up those pipes all the way up to the top of the hill. And here, guys, is the best shot I can give you of the channel separation between Lake Mead, which is over there, and the old boat harbor, which is over there. And to me, that looks like about, I don't know, 50 to 60 yards that separates the two. Alrighty guys, that's everything we have for you guys today on this water report of Lake Mead and the shoreline update. Thank you again for coming out here and enjoying this beautiful morning with us. If you found any of this information beneficial, useful, or even entertaining, please do us a kindness, like and subscribe. Marina, anything you got to say?
As always, thank you so much for coming with us, and I hope to see you again on the next video.
Alright guys, if I discover anything else, we'll be out here. We'll see you guys in the next video. You guys be well. Take care now. Bye now.
Bye.